I have a secret that I've kept for a long time. Since 7th grade, 26 years, I've kept this secret. It's weighed on me. It's generated fear for me, but I am going to confess it to you in this video. Hello, lovely teacher. Justin here from TeachHuman. In this video, I'm going to share 8 ideas with you for using stories as hooks at the beginning of your classes. Now, when I say hook, I don't necessarily just mean a warm-up or a bell ringer. I mean something that truly draws people's attention in, that primes their brains to process whatever it is that you all will be doing during class, and that hopefully creates some genuine stakes, some actual caring, or at least curiosity among students. The ideas you're about to see are actually drawn from a course I made going into detail about 10 different types of hooks for drawing in students' attention and sustaining that attention throughout class. This section is actually an 11th type, a bonus type, with those 8 ideas on using stories as hooks. So I thought I'd share that section with you here, beginning, of course, with the promised confession. Enjoy. When I was in 7th grade, I lived in Vienna, Austria. That's where I grew up. I was a student at the Akademisches Gymnasium der Stadt Wien, which is a kind of school that you attend from 5th through 12th grade, what here would be 5th through 12th grade. And I loved, from the school library, checking out books in this series, Die drei Fragezeichen, the 3 question marks. These are translated from English to German. They're about these 3 kid detectives. I had this book. I checked it out in 7th grade from the school library. But I never returned it. And I moved to multiple other countries as a kid. Moved to multiple other states as an adult. I've never returned this book. I still have it. It's in my parents' basement, I believe, in a box. To this day, I've been afraid that the authorities, whether that school librarian from the Akademisches Gymnasium der Stadt Wien, or the director of the school, or Interpol, or some international library investigation association might hunt me down and exact 10,000 however many days of late fees on me. That's my secret. That's a little personal confession, both of a misdeed of mine and a fear that I've carried with me. And for us, it functions as the hook for this sort of bonus video with the idea of using stories as hooks. Just telling a story, telling a simple story as a way to warm up students, but also fulfill the features of a hook. So I want to give you, I think, 8 types of stories that can function as great hooks. And one that I just gave was a personal confession, or airing a secret. Another would be a personal embarrassing moment. So you talk about a specific embarrassing thing that happened to you or that you did that relates in some way, either the language of it or the topic relates to what you want to talk about with students. Another is a personal scary moment. You had a time that you were scared. Don't make this something that's like really traumatic for you if it still brings up that trauma. But I mentioned these categories because they're the kinds of things that can be especially compelling for listeners. And there might be other kinds of personal stories, including things that just happened. This just happened on the way to school, or this just happened yesterday on my way home from this very school, from this very class. This happens. Those things can also be very compelling as a hook and a lead into whatever you're talking about. You can tell something from history. I've taught classes that involve teaching history, or given many history lessons in language classes, and even in like a math class, giving some history behind the development of a math principle or behind the mathematician who came up with it or something like that. Just a very brief story can be a great hook for, I don't know if you can hear those sirens, that could be someone's hook story. A little story like that can be a great lead in to a way of drawing students into whatever you're going to be talking about. So that's an actual historical account. News or current events, you can tell something about that relates to whatever you're going to be doing. Maybe that even is your topic for the day. Any kind of trippy story that you've heard in life, maybe a tall tale. And of course, even a joke can be a great way to draw people in, start with some laughter, and then come up with whatever that transition statement. Well, why did I tell you this specific joke of all the jokes on this day of all the days? Well, because in the joke, the person goes to the doctor, and today we're going to be reading a story about a different kind of visit to the doctor, or whatever it is. So you can see how just a sentence or two can make that transition. So those 10 hooks from the previous couple videos are really effective go-to hooks. But if you have a story already in your life, or that you've noticed, or that you've heard, that might also function as a nice lead in to whatever you're going to be talking about, take advantage of the power of story as well. Hello again. I hope you find some inspiration from those ideas. If you've already had a thought on anything in the video, take a minute to share in the comments below. If you want me to share more ideas like this and have those ideas reach more people, please do go ahead and hit the like button. And last but not least, if you want some more ideas for making your classroom a happier, healthier place to learn, you can check out this video next. As always, I wish you and your students joy and success.